Hey y'all, what's up? It's your girl, Shay Skylar, also known as Shay the Anchored Mama, and I'm here for another video. So I'm going to go over 3 different therapies that she was previously and currently doing. We're going to go over ABA therapy, speech therapy, and also occupational therapy. So if you want to know more about this, make sure you stay tuned to this video. All right, everyone, what's up? God bless. I ask the Lord every day to give me strength, and I pray that he gives you strength as well. And whatever you're going through, remember, trouble doesn't last always, and God is always in control. So let's go ahead and get into these therapies. So first, in my context, we're going to go over these therapies as they were explained to me. So ABA therapy is behavior therapy. This therapy usually was done for children 5 years and older, but I believe it was in the last 3 or 2 years that it was changed to target children as soon as they are diagnosed with autism and if they are having behavioral issues. Now, when this therapy was introduced to me, it was just a write-up prescription with her neurologist, and it really wasn't an explanation. I didn't find out details of what ABA addressed until I made the appointment, and they did the initial consultation with myself and then with Alana just to see, if she was throwing tantrums, if she had any behavior issues. Now, what spiked my attention with the ABA therapy is when I read the overall review of the initial interaction with Alana. They put things that didn't happen. So they're like, oh, she threw tantrum. She got very upset. She's 2 years old. We know toddlers, they do get upset easily. If they're playing with something and you take it away, of course they're going to get upset and throw a tantrum. I don't know a toddler or a child that would just allow you to take something away from them and, they're like open arms to receive it, and then they're just like, So whatever, we did this therapy for about a month and a half. It was $111 a week, and then the initial review from the behavior specialist was, I want to say it was $248, and this was through insurance, guys. So she had her initial counselor, and then she had just one-on-one therapists that would come work with her, to tell her to give me, to ask for things. Alana was throwing tantrums, and I did notice her behavior kind of changed. She wasn't really throwing tantrums to now she's like full blast throwing tantrums. And they did state that that would happen because it's us telling her no, and to get her to use her words to ask for things, which we are implementing right now to make sure that she's able to communicate and use her words, because that's the biggest thing with us. We really want her to be able to verbally communicate. She knows so many words, but it's just to use those words and form those words into sentences. That's what we're working on right now. So we're shifting because I was calling a lot of speech and occupational therapists. They had long waiting lists, and God is so good. When we had to place her into a school, we were able to get her into a school where the therapies are provided. So when I met with the occupational speech therapy, they asked me why she was in ABA therapy, because she doesn't have behavior issues. And I'm like, well, this is good to know, because as soon as she starts school here, I'm not going to go through with the ABA therapy anymore. If it's something that we need to reconvene, we'll do that later. But right now she's 2, so you can't tell me, really, if my child has behavior issues. It's nothing out of the ordinary. So currently right now she is receiving speech and occupational, and the reason why she's receiving these things with speech, like I said, we want her to use her words. And the therapist who did the review for speech, she was like, yes, mommy, she knows a lot of words. We just have to really work on forming what she wants so she can communicate effectively. So to do things like, if she's in pain, does your tummy hurt? Even if she doesn't say it, to reiterate this so she can hear us saying it, pointing to the action, and then that way it can go through in her head, because Alana is smart. Like she can hear a song and then she knows the song. It's crazy. So my tummy hurts, my knee hurts, my head hurts, things like that. Or I want strawberries. Now, right now, I can see the improvement, because now she says strawberries. She doesn't say she wants, but she says strawberries, which means, okay, I know she wants strawberries. Or bottle. That's how I know that she wants her bottle. And then the reason why we're doing occupational You heard me say bottle. She is 2 years old, and we are still on bottles. It's her comfort. We give it to her in the morning for breakfast. We give it to her to go to sleep at nighttime, and sometimes she'll have one midday. Her diet is very strict. It's strawberries, noodles, when she wants them, yogurt, which she kind of like right now. She kind of strayed away from. French fries, she kind of strayed away from. So very small diet where, the speech and occupational together will help her with her words development, and then also with her sensory skills with occupational therapy. So touching things, like she's very sensitive with her feet. And that's a sensory issue. When she first started walking, to walk on grass and different type of textures, it was very difficult for her. Touching things, her mouth, brushing her teeth is a difficulty. Like it's a fight. It's like, headlock, brush her teeth. So all of these therapies together are going to help her. So when if you're a parent and you're going through this, when you get that overwhelming load of recommendations for therapies and different things for your child, if the neurologist is like my neurologist, it can be overwhelming. But don't worry, do your research. Reach out to these companies when you're calling them and ask them specifically what they're going to be doing. What would they be working with your child, and how is that going to help them, and some of the setbacks that they may experience when they are going to these different appointments. It's okay to ask questions. Grab a planner. Okay, that's your most important thing, to keep up with appointments and to make sure when you're asking these questions that you're able to write them down. Go online and do research for grants, schools, scholarships that are provided, because these things can get pricey. Even with insurance, what we have, it can still, get really pricey, and you don't want that to be overwhelming, because you want to give your child whatever they deserve to see them succeed, and to give them the best outcome as possible. And you start off early intervention. It's a different outcome. So you want to do that, but you want to make sure that you have the resources to do it. I'm going to put some resources in my description box below, different grants and scholarships that you can go on. Some are income based, some are not. So just make sure you take a look at those and apply. And if they kick you back, apply again to something else. There are options out there. I live in Florida. Make sure you search your state. They have money set aside for children with disabilities. Make sure that you look into it, because it's out there. It just takes, for you to go out there and really search, look for the money, and go grab it. So this is the video for today regarding ABA speech occupational therapy. I hope this helped. If you have any questions, you can write in the description box. in the comment box below. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And let's have a conversation, because I'm trying to join, or look for a group with other moms. And they do have some with the early intervention. That's also great. And I'll make a video on early intervention as well as early steps. That's what it's called here in Florida, to give you some information about that if you are here and you're dealing with the situation. So thank you for watching. God bless as always. Shay out.